Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello. Lovely,
You.
lovely to see you.
And you. How was your
My journey was really good. I set off about 3-ish, and then I thought, that's it. I'll pop to the supermarket, and so I got all little things done on the way. But it was a really, really good journey. Thank you ever so much. Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was okay, thank you.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
And a huge welcome to everybody today.
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, so whether you're watching us live or on replay or on YouTube, we want to say a huge welcome and good morning. This is Gogglefrogs. I'm Angela, and this is my lovely friend and co-presenter, Robert.
Hello.
And I hope you have got a nice cup of tea.
No tea this morning, just a big drink.
Oh, you've got a big drink and you've got your knitting or crochet or whatever. Just sit back, relax and enjoy. So, fabulous. So I'm doing so. Do you know what? I've had such a lovely weekend, and I even had some time to read a few things from that book. And if you don't know about that book, it's in a book about cast on and cast off. So I was even looking through that yesterday, deciding what I'm going to do next. And I think I've seen the most amazing cast on that I'm going to have a little practice at. So thank you ever so much. It's fabulous. So I'm going to be doing some designing, I think, and changing things around. So yeah, so hopefully everybody had a really nice weekend. We set this up 17 weeks ago, last Thursday. It's an online knit and natter, and we just love having this time most days, which is when it's dedicated to all things Gogglefrogs, all things knitting, and it gives us the perfect excuse and example to just sit down, chill, and take some time for ourselves, doesn't it? So hopefully you're enjoying it. And I was just thinking, I hope I've not come to Leeds and forgotten my pattern. I've just found it. Oh. I just realised I'm from the north, and I call things arms rather than sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked then, and I thought, oh, have I got a northern pattern? Because it was on about armhole shaping, but then it does refer to sleeves. So never mind. Oh, dear. So what's the weather like down with you?
It's quite nice at the moment, but it's supposed to rain from about 3 o'clock.
It's been raining since about 5:30 this morning here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so as I'm in the top bedroom, I could feel tiny, because I had my windows quite wide open, those Velux windows, and I was getting the tiniest little spray of rain. It's actually quite nice. It's even better when it starts to snow and you get the odd little bit of snow. But I can't believe that last night we were in the garden drinking Bacardi and Cokes until about 6:30 last night. And today it looks quite grey, so I don't think we'll be sitting in the garden enjoying Bacardi and Cokes tonight. But never mind. Oh,
It's been nice to get some washing out for a change.
Yeah. I got some out yesterday morning, which was really good. So that was brilliant. It just feels like summer, and I keep thinking, oh, we're not quite in summer. We are July, aren't we? We're in July now. I think we had all of our good weather last month, didn't we? Because we've had actually in May and June, we've had quite a lot of lovely weather. So I think we've been spoiled early. Oh, but I am doing the Brita cast on. Thank you ever so much, Brigitte. I never do any other cast ons other than this one. However, I am going to try another one, which is a 2-colour cast on. So when you cast it on, it looks like if you do something like blue and white, a contrasting, and that it turns into like a little swirly rope type cast on. And I thought, I know, I've seen it in the book. I need to perfect it, but I did think it would be a nice little bit of detail around the bottom. Why? I don't know, but I just thought I've got to try that on another project. So that should be lovely. Yeah, so looking forward to that. Yeah. And hello to everyone. Yeah, we've got lots of people.
Shall we say some good mornings?
That'd be lovely, yeah.
So we go bottom to top. So we start with Trisha. Morning, Trisha.
Morning.
Tracy. Good morning, Tracy. Sally. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning.
Safi. Good morning, Safi.
Morning.
Marion. Good morning.
Good morning.
Lindy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Linda. Good morning.
Good morning.
Georgie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Deborah. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Brigitte. Good morning.
Good morning.
And lots in the chat already. So
Hello.
good morning, one and all. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad you had a good trip to Yorkshire, Angela. Good morning, my lovely friends. Deborah says, how's your dad doing, Angela?
Actually, we've had a phone call this morning. He's one of the issues with COVID. If you get COVID, if you've got any element of Alzheimer's or dementia, no matter how mild, you will get delirium from it, which is not a nice condition, which is why my dad's, we're trying to see if the delirium's going to go, and it's just life becomes really hard. But he's doing well. We found a lovely home for him to go and convalesce in, and that's what this next stage is about, getting him back to where he was. But then we had a phone call this morning. Bless the home are absolutely brilliant. As soon as something happens, they're on the phone to say, your dad's woken up, he's got a swollen arm, really sorry about this, we've run the doctor, he can't explain whether he's banged it or fallen, because the whole delirium makes it really difficult to communicate or explain things. She put him in her office and given him the phone to speak to us, etc. And then all of a sudden, this is when you know somebody's actually really quite well. He saw that they were serving breakfasts, because he has a nice big fry up every morning, plus he has his toast, plus he has everything else. My dad's got an appetite, honestly, he's got hollow legs. So as soon as breakfast was starting to be delivered, the cooked breakfast, suddenly the phone was handed to one of the carers, and she's, oh, he's passed you on to us, love, he's having his breakfast. So that's brilliant, I'll speak to him later. So it was much more important. So when food's more important than speaking to us, we know he's absolutely fine. So but thank you for asking. That's a bit of a heads up on it. But yeah, it's COVID is a strange disease. It has some very strange after effects, and no one knows what's going to happen because no one's been through this before. So we're just riding the storm, I think the term is. But he's happy. It's very, very good where he is. So he's doing well. Thank you ever so much for asking.
Good.
Yeah.
Lindy says, haven't heard the phrase Bacardi and Coke for absolutely years. Definitely a blast from the past, that drink, Angela. Georgie says, I haven't had a Bacardi and Coke for years. I used to drink it all the time.
Do you know what? It's a drink we always drink when we go over to Belgium. Me and my mum always drink Bacardi and Coke for some strange reason. And as I flew into the supermarket yesterday, I stopped at Morrison's and they had Coke on special offer. And I thought, oh, I wonder if they have Bacardi. So I got gin and tonic, but I also got Bacardi and Coke. And it was just really nice for a change. And I have to say that to me, it always just tastes like pop. So unless it's too strong, I do actually put quite a bit of Coke in it. So we had a bit of Bacardi and Coke last night. And it is one of those drinks that is old fashioned, but do you know what the other drink that's coming back is? And it's never gone away with me, but Cinzano and things like that. Apparently there's some expensive either French or Spanish equivalent, but yeah, people are drinking the equivalent of martini and Cinzano, but I still have martini and Cinzano in my drinks cabinet because I do love this stuff with lots of lemonade. I just love it. So, oh yeah. But blast from the past drinks. Let's talk about all those drinks that we enjoy that are a blast from the past. Oh, and the other thing as well, I found in my cupboard the other day, Lift lemon tea. It is Lift lemon tea. So it's like in a jar, and you put a spoon or two into a cup and fill it up with water. So that's another 70s, 80s drink as well that I have. So lots of blasts from the past today.
Brigitte says, good job, I did the gardening chore out of the way early, and she never hangs any washing out. No, we didn't. We never used to hang washing out until our neighbour got a retractable line, and Gary's insistent we now have a retractable line. I personally don't like hanging washing out because I think it goes a bit crispy. I prefer to do it indoors or tumble dry it, but there we go. Safi says, morning. Hope you've had a good weekend, and it's lovely to hear you talk about your dad, Angela.
Oh, thank you.
Glad your dad is doing well. Linda said, Bacardi and Coke is typically my choice. It's not old-fashioned at all.
Yeah.
Tracy says it sure does. It seems that whatever you get after it, your body automatically thinks that again and starts to fight the virus again instead of the new thing. It's strange.
It's really blinking strange, this whole COVID. I know that lots of people have been really unfortunate, and it's horrible what's happened, but we just have no idea what's happening to people who've got over it, because it's just odd. It's bizarre. No one knows what's happening. I still have hardly any sense of smell 3.5 months after I had it. So, I can't even smell Bacardi. I can smell the odd bit of gin, but not Bacardi. But never mind.
Tricia says it's brandy and baby sham for her.
I don't like brandy, but I do like baby sham.
Brigitte says martini extra dry, which usually gets wetted by vodka.
To make a lovely martini. Yum, 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 yum.
Judy says, hello everyone, back from haircut. Hooray. Good morning, Judy.
Hello.
I hope you're feeling lovely and refreshed after your haircut. Georgie says, I love Cinzano too. Also Martini Rosso.
Martini what?
Martini Rosso.
Oh yeah. So
Tracy, Martini lemonade was my old drink. May have to revisit it again now. Linda says, used to love Cinzano Blanco, but haven't seen that for ages.
That's the one I love.
Marion says, don't forget Dubonnet and Snowballs.
Oh, no, Dubonnet, yeah. And the other one, I don't know whether this is just... Oh, do you know what, Robert? I'm going to try and get you some. I really am. Have you ever heard of Cherry Bees?
No.
They're in a little bottle like baby sham, and you mix them with lemonade. So I'm going to go to Morrison's and see if they have any Cherry Bees, because Robert loves everything cherry, and you can try them and see what you think to Cherry Bees. So has anyone else heard of a Cherry Bee? I don't think so.
Oh, there it is.
Marion says yes.
It's a cherry wine.
Yeah.
Perfect to drink neat or mix it with mixers such as lemonade.
Yeah, they're very sweet.
Oh, okay.
But they're a total blast from the past, just like baby sham, just about everything that we talk about. So I will try and hunt them down, but sometimes they're only there about Christmas time. But I will go into Morrison's, which is what I call All Things Northern supermarket. So.
Deborah says, hubby and I often have discussions about hanging washing out. I'm with you, Robert, although I do love the smell of washing dried outside. Sally says, at Deborah, prefer dry but windy weather for drying sheets outside. Then back to Cherry Bees. Marion says yes. Safia says yes. Brigitte says yes, never liked them. Deborah says, I remember Cherry Bees. And Safia says we used to drink it when we were teenagers. Okay. Marion says, I can remember being told off for having Chivas Regal, a very expensive whiskey, with Coke.
But even if you put Coke in something, you can still taste the difference in whiskies, can't you?
Yeah.
I never know why people say that. Oh, you can't ruin it. You
ruin it by being nice with it, because that water's anyway.
Oh no, I don't like. I used to drink whiskey. I haven't done in years and years and years. Oh.
I like whiskey, but I only like certain types. But I don't know what types they are. And every time we go to Edinburgh, I want to go on a whiskey tasting.
Really?
Just to understand what whiskies I actually like. I keep being told no.
I'm not. What is it? Oh God, what's this? Well, this pattern might need a bit of a ream. It should be really simple. Oh, it's all right.
Right, Safi says washing is lovely dried outside and it's environmentally and free. Yes, I don't use the tumble dryer very often, only for towels and to just to start the towels, so it gives them a fluff, and bedding as well. Everything else just goes on the airer, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Brigitte says I only like Oban whiskey. Good morning, Jean. Okay, right.
Oh, but I can pop out after this. All right. Yeah, don't worry, we'll go out and get some. I got some stuff last night I totally forgot.
Angela, folks, I'm really sorry. I was going to play music while we were waiting for Angela to come back, but if the microphone is left on, we get the reverberation. I'm going through the room. I can see that Anne's just joined. Good morning, Anne. And the other Linda has joined. Good morning, Linda. There we go. Right, I'm going to go to music, Angela.
Oh.
If you'd like to mute yourself.
I will certainly do that. I'm back with you now.
Here we go, everybody, and enjoy. That was.
I know. So what was that concert for?
I have no idea.
I did like the dress.
The problem is I have to, when I find a tune, I have to try and find a video that everybody can see and a version of it that we're allowed to play. So I have no idea what concert that was, but it was the only one that I could find that I was allowed to play and was good enough to show.
Oh, that's so nice.
But yes, I do like that song.
Yeah, yeah.
Hers. Not that I can remember many others that she did. So at Safia, Brigitte says at Safia, but they tell us the air is polluted. Safia says at Brigitte, it doesn't stop us northerners. We are too tight to run a dryer when the line is free. Deborah says, Silla loved her, such a powerful voice. Brigitte says, weird when you know what song is coming after 3 notes from the orchestra.
Does anyone else remember I'll Name That Tune in One?
Yes.
That was a brilliant show, wasn't it?
Tune, yes. And normally I'm quite good at Name That Tune, apart from kind of noughties and current.
Yeah.
Yeah. Linda says, just had to take this through to my hubby and have a soppy moment. Oh,
that's so lovely.
Georgie says that was lovely. Brigitte says, at Linda, you old romantic. And Marion says, sing a rainbow. I didn't know she did sing a rainbow.
No.
Brigitte says, yes, I remember that program, such good entertainment.
With Jimmy Tarbuck, wasn't it?
Yes, and Lionel Blair.
Oh, yeah.
One of the team captains, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Right. Hey, I think it's 49 I need. This is the issue, isn't it? When you're chatting and trying to cast on. Is it 49? Come on. Yes, it is 49. So I'll just count again and make sure I'm doing the right size. And I'm doing 6 to 7, not 8 to 9.
I've got, so, you know, Marian's saying sing a rainbow. I've got the weirdest song going through my head now, and I'm sure it's not this version at all, but I've got red and yellow and pink and green.
I had that going through mine.
And blue. I can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow too. That's what I've got going through my head now.
That's what I had going through my head.
Right, but it can't be that version. That's a.
It wasn't just you.
Anyway, Brigitte says at Marianne, yes, she did, and no, it was Lionel Blair. Lionel Blair was a captain, though. I didn't think he presented.
I don't know. Did it come back in a few different forms?
Probably. I'll Google it in a minute.
Yeah. Oh.
And Linda says to Brigitte, we are still newlyweds. Of course you are.
Oh.
In the honeymoon period.
That's so lovely.
Right, so name that tune. La, 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 la.
Sorry, I just need to go on to. I just need to go for a minute. All right.
Okay, no worries. Right, so Name That Tune was 1983 to 1987, and then there was a 1997 version, but it doesn't really tell me much, I'm afraid. Oh, presented by Tom O'Connor, 1976 to 1983, Lionel Blair, 1983 to 1988, and then Jules Holland, 1997 to 1998. So there we go. Well done, Brigitte. Thank you for that. Okay. Michael Aspel. Was it Michael Aspel? He did Through the Keyhole. I'm sure he did lots of other game shows as well, but I remember him for Through the Keyhole and This Is Your Life. No, hang on. Michael Aspel didn't do Through the Keyhole, did he? No, he did This Is Your Life. Anyway, there we go. Right, folks, so I don't know how long Angela's going to be gone for, so let's... Cilla Black did Step Inside, love. Yes, I remember that. Janet says, yes, This Is Your Life. Good morning, Janet. Thank you for joining us. Step Inside, love. Yes. Brigitte says, good heavens, I remember it also with Tom O'Connor. Am I that old? I think so. Sorry. Right. I think I will share with you what came in the post this morning. So somebody else posted last week a link from Mothy and Squid, and something that just happened to fall into their basket. And I liked it so much that I did it as well. And it's called Industrial Accident. Look at that. It feels beautiful. And I love the blues and the orange and the spatter and this one in the middle that you can barely see. But that is a lovely, it's a real popping pink. If I do that, you can see the colours much better. But look at that electric blue and then this orange. So thank you, whoever it was that posted that, because it just had to fall into my basket and it came this morning and it's lovely and snuggly and warm. So, and Gary went, you've had a parcel delivered. I didn't tell him what it was though. And luckily it doesn't mention wool, it just says Mothy and the Squid, so it could have been anything. Deborah says, Seller, anyone who had heart. Huh. Janet says, you're as old as you feel. Brigitte says, it looks totes fantastic. Georgie says skein yarn is beautiful. Lindy says that is fabulous looking yarn. Any idea what you'll make with it? Nope. I might. Don't know. Workday, maybe. Not sure. Deborah says, snap Robert, it was me. Love it too. I also got the Sea Life Turquoise mini skein for July that someone else posted. Yes, thank you, Deborah. It really is very, very nice. And Safia says, beautiful yarn. Excuse me. And for those of you that haven't seen it yet, we are holding our own wool event on the 25th of July. So we place the order next Monday, and we will be presenting it to you live on the 25th, which is the following Saturday. And for those of you that don't know much about this, we went and approached a couple of suppliers, and we managed to get hold of this year's catalogue. So we are going to be bringing to you some of the lovely, beautiful wool from said supplier that is not available in shops yet. So it will be a very, very exclusive to you all. We're placing the order next Monday, and then we will present it to you as part of Gogglefrogs on Saturday the 25th between 10:30 and 12.
Hello, sorry about that. It was the care home ringing about my dad, and his wrist. So he's just on his way to hospital. Yeah.
Oh.
So they just want to have an X-ray to make sure it's not broken. So they're very good there. They're on top of everything. So that's why I just wanted to take the call. So sorry for leaving you for a few minutes, but
all right, that's fine.
Talking about our great thing that's happening next.
Yes, so I showed off the wall that you've already seen from Mossy and Squid, and then I started talking about the wool event that we're doing a week on Saturday. So yes, and then I was about to go to Facebook.
Oh, lovely.
But I think I might finish this row. I've got 4 stitches to do. 3.
Well, I've got this. I'm starting on one of the fronts, which is so nice, isn't it? When you finish the back to a cardigan or something, you always think brilliant. I'm on the home straight now, but you've still got as much, if not more, knitting to do with 2 fronts and 2 arms. So, but I do feel as if I've accomplished something in the last few days.
Right, let's do Facebook. Oh, it's going through.
Are you tired? You're on holiday though, Robert.
Gary's going out in a while, so I might go back to bed for a
really?
quick kip. Yeah, he's going to have his hair cut at last. Right, let's go through Facebook. So, Deborah says, received my Yarndale Sock Yarn and Project bag. So many projects. I do love this bag.
It is, isn't
beautiful. That is a post from Ruth, who says, I created a second household bubble with my friend in St Agnes and spent the afternoon on Paraporth Beach knitting whilst friends went bodyboarding. I then did 3 hours of spinning this evening. Oh, that lovely.
Amazing.
Dawn, we did this one on Saturday.
We did, but it is gorgeous.
Claire says that wingspan is finished. Oh, wow. Starcraft Cabaret. It has a shimmer going through it. You can't really see it in the picture. But this is her wingspan, and you can really see the points now. It's blocked out, can't you?
Because you did my shawl in that one, didn't you? And it is subtle. It is there, but it's subtle, and that's what I love about it, because most of the walls have got these glaring great sparkles, and I do love bling, but for some reason I'm not a great lover of loads of bling, but it's subtle, it's beautiful, that cabaret, so lovely knitted up. I bet that's gorgeous in the flesh as well. Colours are lovely.
I bet it is. Georgie's posted from Diana Knits. This is really quite delightful for you crocheters with this one's to craft for as baby blanket.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I don't like this bottom paw though. I don't know why.
What went through my mind was to convert it into a black cat with whiskers.
Yes. Tracy learnt the 50-50 granny square today.
Oh,
well
yeah.
done you. I'm guessing this is still done in rounds rather than half and half.
I don't know.
Tracy, do let us know. I'm assuming it's rounds. It looks lovely though.
Lovely.
Well done. Fran, show it off Saturday. I had an accident on Facebook Marketplace. A £25 accident. I see socks in my head and my relative pictures. £3, £4 postage sent from Carlisle.
That's amazing. I love it.
There's some colours in
absolutely
there.
Love it.
Actually, I've just got a quick question for the group. What do you prefer for sock yarn? Do you prefer King Cole or West Yorkshire Spinners, or is there another brand that you actually like? Because there's Regalia there as well. And I love the colour in the West Yorkshire Spinners.
I think it's Peacock that I really love out of West Yorkshire Spinners.
Tricia says merchandise parcel out quarantine. Thank you for the mug and pen, already put to good use, and another pair of socks on blockers.
Wow. Look at those colours.
I didn't realise you could get sock blockers.
I didn't. I had no idea.
No. Tricia posted 2 men knitting outdoors, 2 fishermen working on knitting their winter jerseys while waiting for the boats to come in Ramsgate, England, early to mid 20th century.
Wow.
So, a couple of personal facts here. I was born in Ramsgate. I was, yes. So was my mother, and my mother's midwife. Let me get this right. The junior midwife at my mother's birth was the senior midwife at my birth.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah, so on our birth certificates, we've both got the same person listed. And also, my granddad was a co-owner of the Scenic Railway in the 1960s at Dreamland.
Wow.
So my mum used to go on it all the time, obviously, because he owned it. Rebecca said, a bit out of focus, but here's our man who blew smoke from the incense cone. That's because we were talking about our knitted cats on Thursday or Saturday.
One of them, yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Oh, that's her one.
I haven't ever seen that one. That's beautiful. Really lovely.
Georgie has shared another post from Diana Knits. This lovely shawl. I love these. I want to call them tulips, but I bet they're not. Flowers in the Rain shawl, it's called.
That's lovely.
Safia's jumper, which we shared on Saturday.
Yes.
Dawn on Saturday, do I sit in the sun and knit or mow the lawn? What a dilemma. My response was don't do the garden, because that's what I did, and then twice now I've done the garden and it's caused pains in my hand, so I think I'm just going to delegate the garden now.
You need to.
I'm not doing it again. So we got to Saturday morning and somebody asked about mother-in-law knitting, and then lo and behold, Saturday evening we get back and I picked up stitch from 3 rows below. Don't know how that happened. Meant frogging 5 rows, and then I did 6 rows to replace it.
Oh, bless.
And then I think we're back to Saturdays. Yes, we are. Oh, and Fran, we asked about the cardigan.
Oh,
the
good.
ladybirds. There's
We all like the ladybirds, didn't we?
There we go. So that is Facebook caught up on. Right, let's catch up on chat. Deborah says excited for the event. Hope your dad is okay.
He's fine,
Angela.
thank you.
Tricia says always have to do both fronts at the same time. Janet says I always knit the arms and fronts at the same time. Safi says got to go have a work call. Have a nice day all. Bye, Safi. Tracy says yes, done and around was easier than I thought and didn't have to frog it and start again once I followed a YouTube video. Wow. Deborah says sock yarn opal is my favourite.
I had opal. I've never done socks. I don't think I've actually bought that, but I made a workday scarf out of sock yarn.
Brigitte says I have a good sock blocker called Rod. Georgie says I like the black cat idea for the Diana knits blanket, Angela, and the bottom foot on polar bear does look a bit misshapen. I thought it looked like a ghost with 5 eyes, bizarrely, but hey, there we go. At Brigitte, I love the photo of the fisherman.
It's amazing.
Deborah, Robert, I'll tell my husband I'm a design consultant. Only other thing I do is deadhead the flowers.
Oh. Can I tell a little story about a cat? Well, yesterday, went to the garden, and in next door I saw that next door's cat was sat on a clump of grass. So I went over to next door's cat, and it looked very sleepy, as usual. And then I suddenly realised there was this petrified little mouse in front of it. So I walked over, and I thought, I hope the cat isn't going to grab the mouse, and it didn't. So I started stroking the cat, and it was still fine. And then my mum walked over, and I said, Mum, get the tray. So I picked this cat up, and it knew then that I was trying to get it away from this little mouse. And the cat's trying to struggle to get out of my hands. And then I gave it to my mum and put it in front of my mum and said, Mum, just stroke that cat, keep it away, give me the tray. So I got the tray, flipped the little mouse onto the tray so then it was safe, and went to sit in the garden. So suddenly I had this little tiny mouse, this little field mouse on my hand. And I thought, what do I do? And it was just sat there petrified. So I said, Mum, go get it some cheese. So she went into the house, got it cheese, came out, put cheese in front of this mouse, and it just freaked out. So then it ran all the way up my arm, all the way up my shoulder, into the back of my hair, and I could feel it running from this side to this side and back in my hair. And I'm saying, I don't know how to get it off. I don't know what to do. And eventually this little mouse then launched itself and jumped into a tree or a bush that was behind me. So I had this little mouse that I'd rescued from the claws of a black cat. It was so funny. And then I thought, I need to tell the neighbour what I was doing, manhandling her cat. So I sent her a WhatsApp message and just said, if you saw me with Ollie, I was actually picking Ollie up to stop it eating this mouse that was in front. And she's, oh, don't worry. She's sometimes when she's trying to get live animals out of the cat's mouth, and she is a vegetarian, I've even had to resort to covering its nostrils up to try and get it to take a breath to release the stuff. So anyway, Ollie had his fun curtailed yesterday, and the mouse was saved and lived to tell another day. So that's me and the little black cat. Well, it's not a little black cat. It's quite a big cat from next door, and this little mouse that was running across my shoulder from side to side through my hair. So it's quite funny. Oh, dear.
Lindy says that mouse story would have totally freaked me out, Angela. Right, Janet, you are asking, does anyone know where I can get this bag contains my balls bag? Let me just show you what I have found on some sites for you. So there is this one here, which says ball sack, and comes in lots of different colours. That's on eBay. There is, I found some others, bear with me. There's this one which says my ball bag. That's on Zazzle. And then, see, this is what we do, folks. If you're looking for something, then we find it for you.
I never even heard of Zazzle.
There's these ones on Zazzle as well. So there we go. You can have hands off my balls and then put your name, and it says wall stash. That's the one we've just shown. We've got the one with the skeins of yarn on the front. We've got that one there. We've got ones with sheep. And there we go. I'd rather be knitting. And my knitting bag. So there we go. There's a few that I found for you. So I hope that helps. Tracy said, "Sorry, but that made me giggle." What made you giggle? The mouse or the balls of? This bag contains my balls.
Oh. Can I just say that I dropped something off at Tracy's the other day, and as I went to, sorry, Tracy has got 2 cats, or at least I think they're Tracy's cats. So there was a lovely blue coloured one that as soon as I stepped foot out of my car and put 1 step on the drive, it was, "You're not coming anywhere near me. I'm scared of you, look," and ran under the car. And then this other huge cat, this huge ginger cat, who I think is Marmite, suddenly arrived and was like, you know, when they show you their belly, saying, "Come on, tickle my belly." And it was gorgeous. It's huge though. So if that's Marmite, it's a massive cat. I think it even puts Tofi to shame. It is that big. It's huge, this thing. So it was lovely. I think it's your cat, Tracy. Although it could be somebody else's, but it's a really lovely cat. And I don't know about the other one because it hid from me as soon as I got anywhere near. So it was having none of it. It wasn't playing. It was just like, "No, I don't like you. I'm not comfortable with you. I'd rather be underneath the car than anywhere near you." And then the other one was just like, "Hello, I love you." Amazing how different cats are. Sorry.
That's all right. That's fine. Tracy says both of those things made her giggle, and it's the little things. Janet says, "Many thanks, Robert. I hunted but did not find either of those." Tracy says, "Yeah, that's Marmite. He was far too friendly. He's the one that had the operation and only just gone back to the outside world."
That's what I thought. Oh, so he's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. He nearly became a resident of my car and nearly went on a little journey to Leeds with me. But I thought, no, that would be unfair. But what a lovely cat. You all right, Robert?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, slightly distracted.
All right, okay.
Just had an email for something that we've been working on.
Right, okay.
Sorry.
You never quite know what Robert's looking at, because sometimes all of a sudden you'll go, "Oh," and you just think, "Oh God, you know, it's something we've got to buy."
Yeah, another secret project. Angela, you summed up the cats perfectly. Sassy is the grey one and not keen on people, but Marmite loves people.
I know. Yeah. Totally different characters, but they're all lovely, aren't they? But yeah, I've never actually had a mouse running around the back of my neck before, but never mind. It was a different experience yesterday. Oh, and I do love your new yarn that you've got. Did you show your yarn? You did, didn't you? Yeah.
I did.
Just to say as well, I think that's beautiful. The colours are just amazing. And with all of these things in the flesh, they're even better, aren't they? So absolutely lovely. Oh,
Trisha's just posted an Etsy site for knitting bags. So I'm just going to give it a quick share because it looks really good. So lots of different knitting bags there. Knitting because murder is wrong. In a world full of roses, be a protee. Lots of personalised knitting bags there. Mum's craft bag, I like that one. A lady never discusses the size of
her stash. Is
Come
it?
on. I'm thinking it's her stash, but let's have a quick look.
Let's hope it's not rude.
It says the size of her yarn stash. Yeah. Knit fast, dye warm. Love it. I like big balls. There's one that says ball bag, Janet. Oh, look. You can have it personalised with your name like big balls. Lots of there. I like big balls and I cannot lie.
Oh.
Knitting is my superpower. Wow, lots and lots on there.
Yeah. And there's also the site called New Monday, which is like the British Etsy. So everything's from the UK. So you might want to have a look in. It's the NU Monday. So it's lots of crafters, all handmade British goods on there. So that's another one to have a look at. It's all right.
So what does your day look like today?
We're going to go out and do some shopping. So we're going to get my dad a selection of magazines. So we're going to go into Leeds to the biggest WH Smiths that there is and get him a nice selection of magazines. We may even pop into Waterstones if it's open and have a look in there. And then my mum's got a hospital appointment this afternoon. And then we're going to drop the things off at the home for my dad. Can't see him. It's really, really awful that anyone who's in any form of home, respite care, etc., you just can't visit them. So, yeah, so we're just going to drop things off at the door and then come home and then have dinner. So a little bit of shopping and I think a little bit of John Lewis will be happening. So, yeah, we'll wander into John Lewis. What about you? What's your day looking like?
I don't actually know. So Gary's got his haircut, and then pass.
Yeah.
We have a list of things to do on the board, but it really comes down to who's in the mood to do what and when. So don't know. I'd like to get my sewing machine out, but as I said earlier on, that depends on what happens with this room.
Oh, we mentioned my sewing machine again that has been up in our loft, and I think it was in Helen's Nan's loft for I don't know how long. So at some point, Robert, I'm going to have to get this sewing machine out and see if it works, and if it does, we can sew together. But I don't know what it's like. It's probably one of those old foot ones. I just don't know. So I'm going to have a look one day. But I can't walk up a ladder. So it will have to be brought down. Yeah, and I don't know whether Alan will bring it down to me.
I'll do it for you. I don't mind ladders.
I just hate ladders. I really do. So I don't know. I've never seen our loft. I've never been up in the loft. I don't know what it looks like. I go up 3 rungs of a ladder and that's it.
Gary's the same. He hates ladders.
Although I have abseiled down a rock face. So I was petrified. I was in tears at the top, but I wanted to do it. and all the way down, I just left. I absolutely loved it. So I can do things at height, but I just don't like ladders or stairs. Don't like going downstairs either.
Sally says, can we have a sewing group too? What, Sally, do you mean a virtual sewing group? Because that might get a bit noisy. Or do you mean when we're allowed to meet, have a meeting sewing group? We're open to ideas here, because we are looking at what happens to Gogglefrogs when we're allowed to meet again. And we know we're still going to keep doing the virtual one, so that anybody who is currently not where we are can join us, because we are extremely grateful for all the people that have joined.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And it would be nice to do some kind of Gogglefrog events, I think, where we all get together. Sally says the occasional meetup. Yes, okay, I'm sure we can sort that out. Lindy says, I'm with you on tall ladders, Angela.
Yeah, I don't like ladders.
Sally says even if it's to make her own yarn. Now, I have I want to say Natso bag pattern. I can't remember the name of it, but I have a really nice bag pattern to use to make yarn bags. It's the one that I used for Colette's bag that I made for her birthday last year. So yeah.
Well, that was lovely.
So yes, I'll find the pattern and I'll share it at some point soon. Deborah says, so glad Gogglefrogs will carry on, but would love to meet in person one day as well. I'm sure we can arrange that. I'm sure we can. Find somewhere and hire and plan.
We will do. It was so nice. Gogglefrogs on tour.
Oh wow, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? We could do it twice. We could do it twice a year. Have one event in the south, one event in the north, and people can travel down and up.
You can say it with parents, Robert. It's fine.
Oh, well, Janet says yes already.
Why not? Why not?
Okay. And have you got your notebook with you?
I have somewhere. Hold on.
Okay,
no,
don't worry.
It's only here. I'll put it in that one. So the evil plans and stuff one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I like the idea of that. Linda says yes from me too. Deborah says great idea, Robert. Lindy says great suggestion, Robert. More organisation for you too. Hey, but we like it. I love organising. Really, really do. And I'm actually getting quite itchy feet because I haven't done anything for Sheringham yet. And I'm like, I've normally done it all by now.
I know. And then it's great because all I get is, do you think this one or this one? And all I have to do is, all I do is help Robert with all of his thoughts and ideas anyway. So, but yeah, Robert loves organising.
Marion says, if I ever get away this year, perhaps she could come live from a port. Ooh.
You are?
You know, because she goes on cruises, she's saying that maybe if she ever gets away this year, she could join us from while she's in port one day. Stocked, yes, that'd be great. Linda says it's a yes for me too. With living in the Midlands, I might be able to get to both. Safia says this sounds great. Wow. Oh, I'm super excited already. We just need lockdown to finish. Gogglefrogs on tour. What a great idea,
I know. That's what happens. Little idea, and then it just emerges and morphs into something that we do.
Yep.
And I'm frogging again. No, it's fine. I got ahead of myself. Didn't realise there's a pattern here somewhere. So I've only got to frog 21. Oh, how did I do that?
Tricia says Gogglefrogs on tour sounds fab. Got to go now. Sally says she's laughing at you for frogging. Marion says got to go to post office to renew passports. Deborah says more work though. Like it. So we are at 11 o'clock, Angela.
How?
Well, yeah, okay. We are at 11 o'clock. I won't give you the same sarcastic answer I always do. So Brigitte says thank you for today.
Lovely to see you, hear you, be with you.
Lindy says great session, great ideas. Thanks again. You're welcome. And we'll see you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
See you then. You take care. Have a lovely day.